Today we're talking about song arrangement and structure. If you feel like structuring your songs takes hours or even weeks, I'm going to break down exactly why that's happening and how to fix it. Because here's the truth, it only takes one trick, stolen from the pros, to start arranging full chart-worthy tech house tracks in 15 minutes or less. I know this works because I've used it to quickly recreate dozens of Beatport Top 100 tracks, and after 15 years of producing, it's honestly the fastest and most fun arranging method I've ever found. So in this video, I'll show you the 3-step secret to stealing pro song structures so your tracks quickly sound professional and club ready so you can stop wasting time and start finishing more music. And to make things even easier, I've put together this free song finishing toolkit with checklists, samples, and racks. You can just visit the link on screen now or in the description. But to show you how the pros build their arrangements and how to apply this to your own music, today we'll be remaking Diplo and Hugel's Beatport charting hit, Stay High, to show you how this is all done. To follow along at your own pace or dive deep into the details, you can download this video's project files as well as over 30 full project files inspired by Beatport Top 100 songs, with new files being added weekly. Just visit the link on screen now or in the description. All right. So now what we're gonna do is a playthrough of this entire track, and I'm gonna be calling out all the changes that are going to be happening. So right now we are in the intro section. This is 16 bars of the intro. What we have going on here is the kick. The kick has been has some of the lows filtered out right now, and we have these little risers and reverse crashes about to go into the next section, which is about to be 16 bars of where the sub kicks in. That was a macro transition. What we have now is the kick has been fully added, so there's no more of it, lows being removed. The sub bass has kicked in. You can hear definitely that a pad has been introduced as well. So now we are in the second half of the sub. So what was added was that Congo loop. So that's adding some micro transitions, some changes, variety, and we're going into first break. So for this break, we had some kind of reverse sounds, swishes going into it and out of it. And we've removed the kick to drop the energy. And this is going to be a short 8-bar break into sub coming back in. We have little lasers going into that section. And now the kick is back in. We've also added a ride, so it's a little bit different. There's more energy building from the previous section. And this is going to go into another break. You can hear. At this point, added in some vocals from the Supremes. Awesome tune, awesome sample. So in this point, the kick is still there, but the auto filter is removing a bunch of the lows. And this structure is from the Hugel track. So they have, it's the 16 bars plus 8, so whatever that would be, 24 bars of a break, a little different. And then we also have the 909 roll coming in, the vocals being chopped up and echoed. Going to the next drop. Cool. So now that we're in the first real drop, the main difference is that we do have this kind of repeating vocal pattern in, slowly fading away. And we're using a lot of these reverse crashes and lasers every 4-8 bars or so to create interest and change. We're gonna have a micro transition here, kick gets removed, kick comes back in. So now in the second half, so the first 16 bars of the drop were without vocals, the second half with the next 16 bars include the vocals. Slowly adding in all the elements. We're going into a big break. So removed all the drums so that it sounds different. A lot of the we're trying to have contrast from the other sections of the song. And we have this piano kind of element being added in. First 8 bars are finished, so we added in these snare claps. And the first 16 bars are about to finish, so we're gonna make another change after this 8-bar section. We've added the kick that has the lows removed, and we also added the subs in the bass with the lows removed as well. 909 roll is slowly building up the energy. That was another 8 bars. We have only, it's this weird small cut. That's how it is done in the Hugo song. You can see here, so I followed that. So it's gonna go to like a little pause into the final drop. So the final drop, usually what I'll try to do is add something. So you can hear that like synth note. Singing terribly. I think it's just this kalimba here. I just pitched up some sounds, moved them up. Okay, so that was the first 16 bars of the drop. Now we're gonna have a little micro transition by removing the kick. And now we're going into the build down, 16 bars of a build down. The idea here is to slowly reduce the energy. If you look at it as if the first half of the tune, we're slowly building up the energy to each drop. And then once that final drop hits, we're gonna slowly build down the energy and then get to an outro so the song can be mixed out by a DJ. We're gonna have a little reverse crash and lasers into the last bit. Microstasis with the kick being removed. And now just 16 bars of an outro. So what we have here is the kick playing. Most of the drums are playing, hi-hats, claps, snares. We removed that open hi-hat. And a few of the synth elements are playing through this section as well. I'm just gonna ride this out for the last 16 bars. And yeah, I've been Matt from Best Friends Club, and you've been the best. Hopefully this will give you a solid idea of how you can arrange your own songs super easily by creating arrangement tracks that are following a reference track of tunes that you really like and want to sound like. And then you can easily just kind of arrange vertically, build your track down, get all of the layers, and then stretch that out over the course of the rest of the song, arrange the track horizontally. Hi, my friend, Matt from Best Friends Club here. And if you've been paying attention, then you've probably figured out what the 80-20 rule is when it comes to arranging or structuring your songs. Now, the goal here is to get 80% of the result with only 20% of the time, energy, and effort. And because the first key to the 80-20 rule of arrangement is to use a reference track, we're making sure that we're effortlessly hitting 80% of a track that's been professionally arranged. In particular, we use that reference track to focus on the bigger macro transitions so that we can arrange our songs horizontally very quickly. However, we do need to make sure that we follow the 3-step process by first choosing the reference track and then following it to build out our loop vertically. This way that when we start to build things out horizontally, we have plenty of layers to work with when we're arranging. The second key is to create an arrangement track with empty MIDI clips, so we have a visual guide that we can quickly glance at to make fast and proven song finishing decisions. The third and final key is to quickly and easily make sure your songs stay interesting over time and have a fantastic flow by saving a library of templates, effects, and other sounds that can be used as micro transitions. If you'd like to get a head start by downloading all the racks, templates, and all the files that you've seen me use in the Ableton project file for this video, or if you'd just like to take a closer look at any of the techniques or tracks you saw me work on in this video at your own pace, you can find a link to this video's project files on screen now and at the second link that's in the YouTube description. I'm recreating a different song from the Beatport top charts every single week and making the project files available to anyone who wants them. You'll also get access to a private Discord where you can ask me and the community questions, as well as share tracks for feedback. If you or your music are not quite ready for a shot in the arm like that, I've also made you a completely free bundle of templates, samples, and special bonuses that have helped me figure out how to completely finish one new song each and every single week. And you can grab that free Ultimate Song Finishing Toolkit by visiting the first link that's in the YouTube description here. However, if you just feel like staying on YouTube for now, that's totally fine. Save that link for later and check out this playlist filled with videos just like this one where I arrange and structure songs from the Beatport top charts. Or if you really want to take what you've learned in this video to the next level, then check out this video right here.